Hello, and welcome back as I begin my surefire re-election campaign slam dunk in Perfidious Pete Plays Aven Colony. My entire platform, free drugs. That's the whole thing, free drugs. We got to come up with a campaign slogan. I'm sort of leaning towards, I don't know, maybe a spliff for every lip. No, the rhyme on that one's not perfect. We can do better. A vial of crack in every sack. Yeah, I like that one. What else? A line of coke for every bloke. Oh, these things write themselves here. Some booze in every coos. No, wait, hold, nope, I'm taking that one back. Hold on, negative connotations, Pete, you've just trumped it. You've just grabbed them by the pussy. Not that kind of coos. With a K, like a koozie, like you put beer into, like a beer koozie. That's what I was shooting for. Shooting for and missed. You know, actually, now that I think about it, hold on a second. Beer koozie. Let's talk about this for a moment, shall we? You know what? I'm starting to think.
Your citizens seem happy with your performance, and I think you have a good chance to win.
So what you're saying is my whole sexist faux pas was not enough to dethrone me? Well, we've seen that play happen before. But back to this whole koozie thing. Let's think about this for a second. Yeah, also, we do want to begin doing that at our chemical plant. Kelko sludge? Yes, start converting that into minerals. We have a bunch of Kelko. But let's hold on and think about this for a minute. The beer koozie. The most sexist cooling device of all time? Beers usually come in like long cylindrical containers, right? And what is a beer koozie if not a sleeve to wrap around that long cylindrical container? And, you know, I don't think it's any, therefore, coincidence that the word coos, which I think we'll all agree has some pretty damn sexist connotations, and the noun for the thing you put around your beer, coos, is, I mean, they're homonyms. Oh, they're spelled different, Pete. Koozie is spelled with a K. Sure, that's just obfuscation. The beer koozie is the most sexist thing that anybody has been okay with in a really, really long time. Or rather, you know, since last election cycle when everybody was sort of cool with Donald Trump grabbing women by the pussy. I'm just saying. I can't hold, you know what? No, our slogan is definitely not booze for every coos. That's just, no, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. I'm sticking to a vial of crack in every sack. I kind of like that one better. Plus, it evokes the whole chicken in every pot kind of thing, even though that one didn't rhyme, by the way. Dropped the ball on that one, Truman, or whoever the hell slogan was a chicken in every pot. Why chicken, too? Couldn't it, you gotta promise the moon, man. As a politician, chicken is already relatively affordable. Why you gotta go for chicken? You gotta get something more powerful than chicken, dog. Be like a chicken in every pie. Be like filet mignon on every plate. Ain't big, man. This is a, you know, the 2000s. This is a new millennium here. Just simply having one chicken in your pot is not enough for people these days. They want more. Storage is full. We're gonna need to build or upgrade. You're already mini storage depot, and that one is already fully upgraded. Yes, I'm aware my storage capacity is at its limit. Thank you. I'm just like, here, take that. Throw that down. So what's our overall goal here? Well, we're having trouble keeping up with nanite production. I'm curious to see. So when we make Kelko sludge, when we take that Kelko sludge, what do you make out of it? Do you make metal? How does that work specifically? No, I want to see what's actually in my inventory, thank you. What trade contracts do we have available? We can export iron for barley, or we can export nanites for ration packs. Call me crazy, I don't want to do either of those. Storage is not full. How do we see? No, I don't want to look at, this is what I want. Look at my storage thing. I want to see, when we complete Kelko spores, what does that do? When we're taking 20 Kelko sludge, what do we turn it into? Does it go straight to iron? That gives us 1 iron. 20 Kelko sludge gives us 1 iron. Wow. Okay, that's a terrible trade ratio. I don't necessarily like that at all. We need a faster way to grow Kelko sludge at this rate. Otherwise, we're never going to have enough nanites to do anything ever again. And nanites are sort of our limiting factor because what we've got to do is expand the colony. Our whole goal here is to just expand. We got to do something that's going to get us...
I think you're on track to win this referendum.
Didn't we already win the referendum? I thought we already won. Lady, make up your damn mind. My line of coke for every bloke stratagem didn't work, but the vial of crack in every sack really pulled well with focus groups. People are like, you know what? I like it. It rhymes. We like crack as well. Crack cocaine is fantastic. We want more of it in our bodies. So where can we grow kelcospores quickly? 3.2. I mean, it'll be doubled in winter from 3.2. Oh, no, never mind. It's 3.2 total. It's 1.6 in winter. We got to do better than this. What about out here? If we expand, I mean, we can expand out this way. 3 per hour, 3.2 per hour, 3.5 if we go all the way out here. I'm not sure the extra bonus there is going to be worth the additional expansion. Like 3.2 and 3.5 is like as high as we can get, right? Yeah, we can get into 3s like right down here. We don't need to go anywhere special to get 3.2. We can do that right here. So you know what? Yeah, do it. We're gonna need a hell of a lot more Kelko sludge if that's the thing. Also, how much Xenoglow do we have stocked? Okay, like way more than we're ever gonna need. You can probably turn that off now. No more Xenoglow. We're good, thank you. Nanomedicines and plague vaccines. I mean, plague vaccine just takes water because apparently our scientists are the most incredible geniuses who have ever lived. They can cure the plague with nothing more than water. These guys are good at their jobs. How come everybody in our colony cannot be that effective at their job? Seriously, these guys are curing the space plague with water. They don't even need nanomedicines. Nanomedicines actually also just takes water? Wait, plague vaccine and nanomedicines take nothing but water. I would have thought nanomedicines took actual nanites, but they don't? They just take water? Plague vaccine takes nothing but water. Well, you might as well make some nanomedicines while we're at it too. Hell, let's stockpile some of those. Nanomedicines and plague vaccine? Yeah, well, we make our nanomedicines out of water. Our doctors are the greatest men and women who have ever lived or existed. They're goddamn geniuses. Unparalleled geniuses. We've basically eradicated all disease, and the only resource it requires is just, you know, garden variety water. That's it. Just, you know, a little bit of water here and there, and disease is a thing of the past. Insufficient power. Chemical plant lost power. I'd prefer it to not be the chemical plant that continually loses power. Like this drone construction hub we could do basically without entirely. Also, this drone construction hub may be going the way of the dodo as well once we reach out here. This is going to make someone very unhappy because of the just egregious commute. I'm aware, and as we expand, you know, we'll put some living facilities out here. We can always, worst case scenario, we can always build a ghetto. Whenever the game forces us to expand like this, I always wind up building a ghetto. Could we either win a referendum or issued on Sol 4, summer hour 37? So that's like win? So it's been exactly a year, because we're in hour 38 now of Sol 5. Shouldn't I have been elected? No? Thank you. Congratulations, Chairman. You won the election. It was a landslide. Your free drug policy. And the fact that you have scientists who know how to make medicine and plague vaccines out of water has resulted in a just unbelievable catastrophic victory for you, sir. Our energy battery still has power stored, but I can't help but notice that that stored power is not being used. And the light, it's just going to waste. How come we're not using... Why is battery... I definitely turned battery power on. Leave battery power on. I want all of my facilities working all the time. I built this battery for a reason. Don't shut it off. Geothermal generator. I mean, we're close. We got to build another drone construction facility, though, so... Yep, this is the edge of its radius. All right, so we got to build that there. Then we can drop down one more of these bad boys, and we'll have completed both a mission and picked up an extra way to generate some power here. Is our chemical plant back online? The chemical plant is back online, and once again, cranking Kelko sludge into metal. Good. Plague vaccine. Let's get up to like 100 plague vaccine and then just call it a day. That's basically one vaccine for every colonist. That seems like an adequate supply. How many times are you going to need to get vaccinated against the plague in your life? I've been vaccinated 22 times. To hell, just to prove a point to Jenny McCarthy. I keep getting vaccinated against the same diseases over and over because that woman's a lunatic. So Kelko sludge makes 20. Manufactured at a chemical plant. Containing abundant metallic atoms that can be very slowly converted to nanites.
Congratulations on your referendum victory, boss.
Thanks. Finally won. Victory unlocks 6 new social policies. Outstanding. So objective completed. We got 14
Congratulations
nanites.
On your referendum victory, boss.
Yep. So we won that election twice. Beautiful. Lightning Tower got hit as well. Plague vaccine, we've made enough of you. We're going to make 20 more nano medicines, and then it's exclusively converting Kelkos. No. Stop that. Convert it, make 1 more stack of nano medicines, and then we're done. That's it. Can't acquire workers. Our construction drone hub can't acquire workers. Stop it with the nano medicines. We have enough. Right, because it's out at the ass end of nowhere, but we can force it to acquire a worker by just going with Phil? Apparently not. We're going to have to build a residential structure. Okay, you know what? Fine. Build a tier 1 habitat. These people are going to hate their lives. They're going to be real bitter. Angry, upset, just bitter people. Basically, we're constructing New Jersey is what we're doing. Be like, hey, I don't want to live out here across the bridge and tunnel. I want to live in the heart of the city where we have access to good things. Battery mode deactivated. Why? You keep turning that policy off. Don't shut the policy off. Leave the policy on. Zone has sufficient power. So it only... That's real irritating. I'd really rather just leave the policy on all of the time. So that when I need it, it works. I don't have to go back in and be like, oh, we're short of power. I gotta go turn the damn battery back on. Just leave the battery on. If we need the power, use the power. This is not rocket science. It's in fact some very, very basic electromagnetic... Sometimes I dislike my people. How much Xenosage do we have stockpiled, by the way? Like, probably a truckload? Yeah, but so on with the truckload then. Maybe we should have you guys making some other variety of food. Or alternatively, you know what? Just grow some Kelko spores. That's fine. That'll work for now. We need more of those so that we can convert them at a rapid pace into what I'm assuming is metal. Because we're making almost no nanites. I'm guessing our other iron mine finally shot the craps. No, I mean, it's still got 125. We're only getting 0.88 per hour. Yeah, we probably don't need this on Phil now that it has a worker. That's good. Don't touch that. Guys, don't touch Phil. Just, we don't need it on Phil. Don't ever let Phil get on or near you. Guys, hygiene is very suspect. Really questionable. We should probably build a trade hub since we don't have one. That's going to be... There's a lot of missions that can generate out of a trade hub. Some of them to get rid of some stuff that we don't necessarily want to have around anymore. Let's do that. Spaceport buildings. We should get a trade hub. We should probably try and build an expedition center, I guess, as well. It takes 21 workers and 110 nanites. Man, the 110 nanites is going to be respectably prohibitive. I don't suppose we're good enough to get out here yet. Nope. But there is iron. 500 extra iron if we go out there. Some potash. We can get more iron out here. 450. Another power supply. Another power supply. Zorium. More iron. More iron out here. So clearly this is where they want us to go. Out by the oh-so-fabulous, bespectacled, sparkling sandworm. I'm not picking on the sandworm either. The guy, he can look however he wants. Personally, I think he was glorious. He was fabulous and adorable. The sparkling rainbow-hued sandworm. Don't judge him. He's flamboyant. He can be flamboyant if he wants to be. I support his flamboyance. We probably don't need to upgrade our scrubber drones. I don't think we've even seen a creep spore yet. This place is like spore free. Trade hub. All right, let's build it. Here, you know what? This part of town is a dump. Let's build you a trade hub out here so the people that are living in this habitat will have something to do with their time. Our next objective is to reach a population of 200. We still have plenty of food per colonist. We still have an excellent food variety. I don't really feel like we necessarily need to grow any more food crops. What we really need is more Kelko spores. Keep that Kelko sludge coming. So, nanite processors process Kelko sludge? They do. They just do it. It takes a very long time. So these guys are working almost exclusively on Kelko sludge. What we could do then is this empty spot. How many people? How does the employment look over here? Like, you guys are not capped. You guys are not capped. So we have a respectable supply of available workers, and if we needed to, we could always upgrade this. You know what? Build another nanite processor. Just let's go straight to the tier 2. We'll skip the upgrade stage. We go straight to the tier 2. If we need more workers, we'll get more workers. Immigration vessel docked, bringing us yet more workers. You guys are working on filtering boost. Our research center it's good. We've got plenty of stuff for that to do. We don't really need to micromanage it. Skyscraper needs an upgrade. Can't afford an upgrade. Now we can. New mission is available. Grow 300 Cori spores. What do we get? 12 nanites and 36 bread. Okay. I mean, what are we building here? You're building Kelko sludge. Here, yeah, it's fine. Make some Cori spores. It actually grows pretty well, so that's fine. And let's set that stuff to be not edible. Trying to remember how to do it. We go into not resource overlay. We actually do go here. Quarry spores. Oh, good. They're already not edible, so we're fine. We're good. People won't accidentally eat them. 16 nanites and 50 soda. We got our new geothermal plant. Gotta get another new mission.
Pod nearby. I think you should pick it up.
Yeah, I get 5 nanites for picking up a cargo pod that you got to go all the way out here to get. Now, granted, we got to go all the way out here at any rate because we're going to want this iron, and that will put... It's actually not going to put that iron within our reach because it's like 1 iron deposit. It also requires us to expand our slum by more than a little. And every one of these tunnels does take power. That's the other drawback. All of these tunnels take power, man. Then again, the purpose of this mission does seem to be just like expand, though. That's they've only given us one like general, fairly nebulous goal, and that general, fairly nebulous goal is just make the colony really big. We should put an air intake out here by this geothermal generator. Geothermal generators do have the tendency to lower air quality. We can offset that pretty simply. Here, get rid of you for a minute. I want that overlay gone. Where do we want to stick it? Let's stick it like here should be good enough. We should be putting wind turbines around those, but every geothermal vent that's at risk of exploding and creating a toxic grandpa pulled his finger thing kind of deal is already sort of covered. Trade hub is idle. Well, let's fix that. No idle trade hubs. Get a contract. Open trade UI. All you can do is export iron to import barley and export nanites to import ration packs. Both of those suck, actually. I want to do either of those. Our Cori spores are almost grown. That didn't take long at all. And there we go. All right, let's have you stop doing that and go back to Kelko sludge then. 17 nanites and 36 bread we got out of that. Maybe we should build a mill. This is still like the population explosion density center of the colony here. 120 inhabitants can live here. Let's build a mill. It's what, like processing structures? Give me a mill. No, I always get that wrong. It's not a drone management. It's not electricity. Is it resource management? I never can get that one right. 68 nanites to build 1 mill? Jeez,
I need your help to balance our supplies on the...
Okay, done. There you go. I mean, I got these for you. Oh boy, we get 350 rice from Sandy Gulch. You know, I built that old Sandy Gulch colony, and as I recall, they didn't need food ever again. Like, they had a super abundance of food, even for people who lived in the desert. I had their food situation sorted, Jack. Why do they suddenly want to import rice? I feel like they could grow their own pretty simply. What have you done to that colony in my absence, Jack? That's the question, then. It was going fine until you dicked it up. Immigration vessel is docked again. How's our overall population? Man, our storage is still getting out of control, though. So what are we stockpiling? Let's figure out what's taking up all this room and stop it. Melons. We should make way less melons. Alright, so where are we growing melons? Here? Yeah, you guys are growing too many melons. You know what we should do? Make some more cocoa spores. You guys are also growing way too many melons. Let's, we only have 29 corn. I know it doesn't grow very well, but that's fine. Go ahead and swap over. You guys, you know what? You guys keep making melons. That's fine. I don't want to go melonless. That's just insane. Keep some melons on hand. That's just, I mean, that's a reasonable supposition. You don't want to be, you always want to have some melons handy. Creep spores. All right, where are they coming from, though? Please tell me they're coming from a direction. Yeah, go to the creep spores. They are... this is bad. So they're coming in from this way. We have potentially one plasma turret that might get some shots. I kind of feel like maybe we should build another plasma turret then. Plasma turrets are entirely automated, so never mind. We need 22 nanites. We don't have that many. We're also not likely to get those before the creep spores get here. So let's just instead upgrade this because we're going to get some creep. Just upgrade the scrubbers, then we're not going to be able to defend ourselves. Let's, the inevitable, it's going to happen. They're going to arrive. It's an inevitability. Let's prepare for the worst. Processing cocoa sludge. Yeah, making nanites, making nanites, making nanites. Good. Very slowly exporting quarry spores. You know, our plasma turret might be able to get one of these. We're not going to get them both, but we might get one. Oh, we have a plasma turret over here. Never mind. These things are going down. Fire. Any day now. Sweet. We wasted an upgrade completely. Well, since we've got defensive buildings on staff, though, we could use another lightning tower. I'm pretty sure a big chunk of our colony is not encompassed. Yeah, it's definitely not covered by lightning coverage. Let's, you know, let's get that up and running here. State Farm, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two, except I'm pretty sure that's farmers insurance. I got to do it in a J.K. Simons voice, too, by the way. Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. I am J.K. Simons, reminding you that I was the voice of Notch Johnson in Portal 2. I honestly think that was J.K. Simons' greatest role and probably the best performance of his life. And that's not me hating on J.K. Simons. I actually like J.K. Simons. I'm just saying he was that good. He was that good. Trade vessel arrived. Yeah, it's getting rid of our quarry spores like we want it to. Mining tower, still going. Oh, we can probably just, yeah, pick that up. 200 amaranthium. Hey, a little health boost for the colony. Some Kino and some 100 nanites is actually a coup. We can put those to good use. One, by building a just straight up tier 3 iron mine immediately. Speaking of which, is this iron mine done yet? Not quite, but it's real close. And I think when an iron mine goes defunct, we'll just go ahead and straight up replace it. Although, you know what? Let's not put it here, because these people are going to be real salty about the fact that they have to walk through a drone construction hub to get to work. I bet we've got some commute penalties there. Nope, never mind. They don't give a single shit. They have a very, very tiny penalty. Any commute penalties anywhere else? No? I mean, talk about your city planning work, Pete. Your commutes are fantastic. People love your city.
We have some thoughts on how to best expand your colony.
Please don't give me any melons. I really don't need melons. I mean, I'll build your 3 structures, but the melon thing, entirely unnecessary. What's crime doing? We actually still have some crime. Why is this area so crime-riddled? Is it the immigrant? Oh, the immigrants are causing crime. They're coming. Oh, yeah. Immigrants are coming into our place, bringing all their unsavory behavior because they have weird customs and I'm not fully comfortable with them. Hashtag blame the immigrants. Water pumps pumping to 22, pumping to 22. We have super abundance of water, so we're good. Oxygen quality is fantastic. All things considered, I mean, the colony feels like it's going really well. Really well. What do we need for our colonists? I'm thinking some more happiness structures would be good. What about a VR center? We probably need a VR center, and honestly, I think we could go for a hospital, too. Is this catching all of our major buildings? It's not going to get any VR happiness for these folks over here. We could build it here. And then it's catching everywhere but out here, but I feel like the bulk of our colony is still going to be out this way. I would rather grab those facilities. This feels better. Let's put it here. VR center, and then, of course, hospital just across the street. Lightning tower took a hit. It is winter, but this winter we actually have enough power by 2, so until one of these things gets built, we're going to be fine. We could also do this. It's just, oh, you're already upgraded. Never mind. Level 2, geothermal. All right. I was gonna say we could just upgrade you and get some extra utility out of you, but you came pre-upgraded. As soon as we get either this virtual reality center or this hospital built, we're gonna go negative in power. Oh, never mind. Our power supply went up as demand increased because that's how those things normally work. Speaking of which, let's go enact some policies here. What do we get? All of our people always get free gaming. That's just bam. Everybody gets free gaming all the time. Power monitoring. We don't need to ration or water ration. Drone auto repair should already be on. Battery power, we can't turn on because we have enough. So let's deconstruct this. Iron mine, it's working. Except it should not be working because it should be, yeah, out of iron. So we're going to recycle that, get our nanites back. We'll have to build a tunnel to replace it, and then I think probably what we're going to do is just take the workers that were working in this iron mine and convert them over into the production of nanites. Plasma turret lost power. It's not because we have insufficient power, it's because it's no longer connected to the power. I really wish the game would differentiate between insufficient power and not being connected to the grid, because those two things are very much not the same. Mining and processing. Give me another tier 2 nanite processor. Flop that down. We probably have like a super abundance of chalcospores at the moment. I want to make sure they're getting processed as fast as possible. Chalcospores. We have 850. Yeah, we need more chalcospore process. Could probably use another... No, you know what? I was going to say we could probably use another chemical plant, but that's all our chemical plant is doing, is making chalco sludge, and it's cranking it out at an absolutely mediocre pace.
We have a new
available.
research objective for you.
Antari bread and Antari oatmeal. Okay, I mean, what are our research team currently doing? We'll put it on the agenda. It ain't exactly going to be a rush. We also don't have any Antari. There, bread and oatmeal are on the menu. You happy now? Oh, we got to build it. No wonder. Okay, I've been overlooking this for so long. The free drug policy, Pete. How are you going to give away drugs when you have no place to give away the drugs? You got to build the enhancement center, dog. You got to build the dispensary. You legalized weed and you didn't build any head shops, Pete. What the hell is wrong with you? Every day at 4:20, the people of our colony are sitting around going, I know it's legal, but where do I get it? How do I get my hands on some? And I'm like, oh, you know, places. But you said it would be available and that it would be monitored by the government so that we could ensure it was safe and that I wouldn't get shanked when I went to purchase some. I'd be like, yeah, you know, we'll get around to it. It's an infrastructure issue. We're working on the problem. There's our crime overlay. Crime out here is minimal. Crime over here is also minimal, but, you know, kind of going up a little bit. As soon as we built one drug dispensary, crime rates have skyrocketed. We could build another police hub, I suppose. I really hate turning my place into a police state. Can't you guys just, I don't know, police yourselves? Why do I have to do it? Just, you know, stop committing crimes. That's all. Just don't commit crimes anymore. A trade vessel arrived. What is this trade vessel still trading? Oh, it's not trading anything now. What can it trade? We could export broccoli for flour. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Pete, are you really going to grow broccoli? Yeah, I am, but it's not going to be edible.
I'd like to facilitate a trade arrangement.
Yeah, I know. Okay, fine. We'll take your mission here. Broccoli for flour. We're going to have to grow broccoli, but here's what we're going to do. Just to make sure that nobody in the colony accidentally eats it, broccoli is no longer for consumption. It is not edible. Broccoli cannot be eaten. Broccoli can only be exported. You're making chalcospores. You're making... I don't know. What are you making? Chalcospores as well. You're growing corn. Switch over and grow some poisonous ass broccoli. You're growing chalcospores. You're also growing... We're growing a lot of chalcospores. Our food is going down, but honestly, we have so much we can afford to let it drop a little bit. Then we'll switch some of those... We can always switch those production facilities back to food in the event that we ever get around to actually needing food again. Iron mine is working, so... Where the hell? I really wish I could get a story beat for somebody to tell me where the shit I'm supposed to be expanding to. I'm gonna assume we're just supposed to follow the trail of cargo pods, but our colony's getting really ridiculously spread out. Give me a story beat here. Just tell me what it is I'm supposed to be doing right now, please. I know we need a lot of colonists. Maybe we should build an expedition center? I suppose that would hurt. Can we build an expedition center? No, we cannot. Oh, that's an Earth History Center. This is extremely expensive to build and maintain and requires a very long time to build. Yeah, I don't even remember what it does. Same thing for the stadium. I think it increases entertainment morale, but I really would just rather have a... Where's the Expedition Center? We did build a hospital, right? We did. I don't feel like we can afford a retail center. We should build a mill. We don't have a mill. Let's do a mill. Wait, did we build a mill? And I just don't remember? That building shape seems familiar. No, I guess not. Well, we got guys working out here at the mine. Might as well, no, you know what? Bring the mill in here and put it next to, I don't know, the VR center. That way when people get off of working the third graveyard shift, yeah, we actually run 9 shifts a day. 3 first shifts, 3 second shifts, 3 graveyard shifts. And if you've worked the third graveyard shift, man, you know you worked up, that's a whole 24 hours starting at midnight, work until midnight. But then immediately after getting off of that terrible shift, you get to go enjoy some virtual reality porn, I'm assuming, at the VR porn center. Pete, they have games there too. Yeah, but let's face it, nobody's going for the games. They're going for the virtual porn. Which they shouldn't be. They should be out seeking real human companionship because we could use some more colonists at this colony and maybe if you bastards would stop. You did that. From a city management perspective, I just realized I should really stop building VR centers. VR centers are inhibiting population growth. If we want our population to grow, we should not have VR porn available. We should make our citizens find actual people to have sex with in the hopes that they might reproduce and it forces us to be able to get a colonist without having to import the son of a bitch. Right now, all of our colonists come via dropship. Also, immigration center should really basically always just be a fill job. Always have the immigration center full. Trade vessel arrived. That's okay. He's just getting rid of some of that much hated, much despised broccoli we don't want. Speaking of which, 182, we only have to... Okay, so we need to grow no more broccoli then. We got the broccoli thing is sorted. Whoever's growing broccoli, stop it. Go back to corn. How well does corn grow here, by the way? 60%? Okay, that's good enough. You're growing Kelco. Still growing Kelco. You're making... Like, one of these things is basically enough to feed our entire colony on melons. What should you be doing? We already have flour. We could bake some of that flour into bread. We could make consumer goods. We could also make... You know what? Make some Xenospice bread. That stuff's good. Xenospice bread. People like it. It's tasty. It's made from Xenosage. We have no real otherwise use for our Xenosage. Should also be milling some flour. I don't care about bread, but you could throw some pasta into the mix, I suppose. And honestly, one of these things should really be growing wheat. You got melons sorted. How much wheat can we get if we grow wheat? Like, how much do you produce? 50% productivity. That's acceptable, I guess. Toxic gas emissions. I don't think those are going to be able to get to an intake vent. It's really far away, and our nearest intake vents are like here and here. I think we're probably okay. I don't think this toxic gas is going to be able to get to a spot where it could hurt us. Alternatively, though, are we supposed to be expanding out in this direction? I mean, I suppose we can. There are geothermal vents over here. There's a cargo pod that contains 55 nanites, 57 gold, and 152 bread, but I don't really want to come out this way. I want to go this way. And plus, we've already started the going this way thing, and there's potash and stuff over here that we can use to make our crops grow faster. Bit of a decision to make then. We're at a turning point. No, Pete, you're not. You actually already turned. The turning point was like last episode. And you're right, so I'm just going to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you want to see more Aven Colony, consider subscribing as well. I'm assuming eventually this mission will end, even though the people up on the ship with ShipNet and whatnot really won't tell me what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. They're just leaving me down here in the dark. It's very much a blind leading a blind in a bottomless pit sort of scenario. But my colonists are kind of used to that. If you want to see that, you might subscribe as well right now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.